no position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Hancock Whitney Stadium in Mobile, home to the South Alabama Jaguars. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on last year's national champions, the South Alabama Jaguars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So South Alabama's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Turning it on!
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
The Jaguars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They go to the ground, fighting off the defender. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. He'll keep it on the sneak. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Jaguars have this offense rolling. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Showing the arm strength to the left. And the pass is complete. He's got it at the 20. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. And the Jaguars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got it on the run. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback keeps it. He's stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. The Jaguars kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He's got the tight end. Touchdown, South Alabama! First points of the day are on the board.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Arkansas's offense has the ball for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and like...
Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. And you really can't be called the Hogs if you're not willing to grind it out in the dirt.
Yeah, and I love calling the offensive linemen the hog mollies. In Arkansas, in that beautiful state, you're going to find a bunch of big, strong individuals. And the identity of that team is usually built on those guys up front.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Razorbacks want to crank the tempo.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Working that left side now. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Gives it on the option. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. Out of the gun to give to the back. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
To the air, it's Copeland. Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. The Jaguars are on the move. Hand off from the shotgun. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Catch in the middle. It's Callow. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. With the catch, it's Callow. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the gun, the inside give. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You're throwing incomplete on third down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Snagged in the middle, it's Callow. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. And the Jaguars come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback run is part of their game plan, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a unit.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Torres. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Copeland. He wants it all. And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, Jaguars!
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal blocking back.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Now the play fake. Complete to the left. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Hogs getting it done through the air, evoking memories of Ryan Mallett.
And that's what the fans of Arkansas want to see. They've always got that physical ground game. They always want to have a little bit of balance, and when they get that balance, they get that offense cooking, they get everybody pretty excited. You might even get a woo, pig suey.
And the Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. They put on the heat and they blocked it. He picks it up. That's a live ball.
Yeah, you saw how they just overloaded the left-hand side that time. They were able to overwhelm the offensive line, get in the backfield, and then get their paws up to block that kick.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Dropping back, it's Copeland. Got it in the middle, it's Callow. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Jaguars come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Might be changing the route. Off play action. Finds his big tight end. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Jaguars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Can't get him to the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. offense with a fresh set of downs. Got enough for the first. There he goes. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, South Alabama.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Arkansas, 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. He's in open space downfield. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Peyton. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it for a big play. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Razorbacks will have it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
He'll take a shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On target to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Pass interference, defense.
They decline the penalty for pass interference, and they'll stand on the results of the play. And the offense grateful for that penalty if they can just move it one more yard to get it in. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Touchdown, Arkansas! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Dropping back, it's Copeland. Grabbed in the middle, it's Callow. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. And the Jaguars heading quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Callow. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Catch in the middle, it's Torres. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Finds the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Mobile, but let's just go with notable. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's head back inside Hancock Whitney Stadium.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They start this third quarter 1-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take...
Turning it off! He smashes his way through again! Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
He'll keep it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Razorbacks really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on once. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. Looking for a gap, it's Torres.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. It's Copeland. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size. Still got him on the turf. The Jaguars come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. On the move. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He's got his man. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line. The Jaguars line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Takes a hit as he fires. And he's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Jaguars!
And nice job by the quarterback, hanging in the pocket, hanging in there. He knew he was going to take a lick. He took the lick, delivered a strike, and got the score.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They'll try to power their way ahead. collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage. The Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. Here's the handoff. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Looking downfield, it's Copeland. That's reeled in, it's Humphries. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Bringing the heat. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket, and good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB, nowhere to go with the football.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold on.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. It's caught. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. And the Jaguars are on the move. From the gun, the ground game. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. Gets it inside the 10. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. We've reached the end of the period. It's South Alabama holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. Big fella moving. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. He'll take it himself. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, South Alabama. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
The Jaguars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Line getting set on second down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Jaguars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Jaguars! That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. Ole Miss showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is because, as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Fires to the big fella. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Here we go, set. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Throws toward the end zone. And the pass goes incomplete, looking to make things look a little tighter on the scoreboard, but that's going to do it. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down